Yes, everyone, welcome. Another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. And yeah, this is a guy's got a cool video here. He's in Ueno right now. I'm sorry, I got him silent. I'll try to advance the video right now. And there's what I just want to talk about a few things while we look at some views of Ueno right now about the sort of Tokyo condominium market or mansion market, and it's really hot right now. I have a client between 150 and $200,000, and he's interested in a cash payment for either a detached house or an apartment, either in Yokohama and in Tokyo. And we found some really good samples for him here in the Yokohama uh, market. And I went to bed last night, and I was just thinking about stuff, and I came back here to the Tokyo market to have a look around. And this, of course, is Ameyoko here in Ueno. And back to the subject at hand here today is that there's not much supply at all. And what I'm going to tell you, if you're watching this and you want to learn a little bit about Tokyo real estate, uh, when you're getting units under 30 meters, generally speaking, people can't get financing for any apartment that's under 30 meters. So I always advise that my customers get, or my clients get into properties, okay, that are at least 30 meters or bigger, because that gives you a returnability or a liquidity about it. In that, if you do want to sell it, the Japanese person or whoever, wherever they're from, can get financing. Okay, so that's important. Another thing that I look for is shoryuken, which is ownership. I will not. I looked at a bunch of stuff that's for sale that was on rented land. I'll never suggest it. Yeah, these coats are really cool, by the way. Uh, my wife would never let me wear them. She'd be like, Chimpira boy. But yeah, Ueno, it's kind of got that kind of old school kind of oyaji, warino oyaji, or like the bad oyaji, Tokyo kind of stuff, like these kind of shirts. But I can't help but love them. I would never wear that. I would never wear that myself. But if someone were to wear that, I would enjoy that they wore it. Uh, Coming back to the Tokyo real estate market, anything, and I look at this kind of price range, like in Shibuya, you're off the table right now, or Harajuku or Yoyogi. There was just nothing there. You can find samples of this kind of stuff maybe when you go back to Sangenjaya. But I was trying to stay here in the best central areas that have the most history, and I was able to find uh, three little things that we could look at perhaps today that'll show you and how they're not perfect. One of them actually is an owner change, which is a rented unit, but he didn't mind to get a rented unit in that he didn't need possession right now, but he'd like to take possession of it eventually. So he's interested in not renewing the contract. We did look at one apartment in Nakameguro yesterday, uh, but I think the reason that the price was so low on that is I think that the tenant is already a long-term tenant, and they're going to keep renewing. So forcing a renter out in Tokyo, I really can't do it. Anyhow, I'll stop the video here and I'll cut over just to three of the listings that I thought we could look at. First listing here is in Ueno, and this apartment is on the first floor of a building. And anything we're looking at right now, you're really looking at the bottom end of the market. So there's really nothing perfect about any of these, and there's always going to be something a little minus about it. And some people might not like a first floor unit, particularly women. They don't want to be involved with a first floor unit. And also, I think this building does not have an elevator. I'm speculating. I'll have a look. I was just looking at the pictures though. Certainly, all the reform has all been done, and it's going to move because anything really around this 200 mon mark in Tokyo right now, it's moving. It's just moving. Stuff that I did a video about. I was looking in this neighborhood about a month ago. It's all gone. We did that video about that one house in Yokohama. Me and my client looked at it yesterday. It's gone. So the stuff is moving. Yeah, the real estate market is really hot, and you can see it on the ground too. Oh, you can see though that's auto lock on the door, so that's really that's a positive thing. So yeah, it might be open during the day so people can do deliveries, but at nighttime you would need your fob or your key to get in. So yeah, that's good. And there was not much in the way of photos here. There's a lot of thoughtful stuff in my mind right now, so I'm not always my commentary here is directed toward a broader market situation right now, and sometimes I might brush over some stuff in terms of the detail of the listing right now. 1978, but as you can see, the location is really a really good 10-minute walk from Ueno Station. Right there, location's perfect. All the systems in the apartment are working. We'll come down here, cut down to the bottom of the listing. Now, I think in this listing too is more generous of side. The price is a little bit. I'm pushing the budget right here, but I just wanted to look at around that price range. So this would be pushing his budget on the upper side of it, but he is also getting a little bit better location, for example, when you're getting it. So it's a plus and minus, as you know, people who are watching this channel. What else can we look at this? Southeast facing, but this is a first floor unit. 31 LDK, 35 meters, 1.42-meter balcony. Oh, I'm mistaken. I'm sorry. This is on the second floor. I might be confusing it with another one. I was looking at 3 units. 1978. Show you can. Here's something you might not like. Uh, this is the Conry. This is a self-managed building, and what happens to keep the price down in a smaller building like this? They this is I think it's Mawari Kai, and that means like this is the word for kaiten sushi kai. It means mawater to move around, and so what happens every year? The manager will one of the owners will become the manager of the building, and you would get a stipend of I think about $300 a month, and that would just to be the account, or you'd be the accountant. And I usually there's two or three people on the board. So, but if you're a foreign person, sometimes they don't want you to do it anyway. So I don't know, like or you might want to do it. I've done it before. Reinforced concrete. Anyhow, that's what happens sometimes in the self-managed building. And this building, I think, how many units is in it? Does it say? Yeah, usually in a situation like this, there's a smaller budget for things, so then that's why it becomes a self-managed building. We'll come here to the map though, and you can see uh, we'll come in a little closer, and we'll get the Google Maps golden guy, and we'll drop him on this street right here, and you'll see the location is really great. It's right in a totally urban neighborhood, and it's you can see too, like in this area, there's probably a height restriction right now for buildings and stuff like that. So, uh, uh, as usual, though, the Tokyo real estate man, I have not dropped you in front of this building. I'm totally lost. Maybe it's right here. Maybe I'll drop us on this street right here, and that'll get us near the building. Oh my God, I'm Google Maps challenge Tokyo real estate man. Anyways, sorry, I cannot get to it. And I wanted to get to a couple other listings, but you can see the character of the neighborhood. And if we come here to the top of the listing pictures, we see the nature. We can see the nature of the building. Okay, which is like a five-story building like that, and you can see. Oh, it might have been right beside that larger building right there. And sometimes the real estate agencies put the offset the actual location because they don't want people to exactly see it. It depends on what people's sort of attitude toward like hiding the details of the listing or not. That's really up to the customer. But we see the building there, reinforced concrete. Totally an example of what I'd say 1978 Tokyo. I think though this was probably redone, or that was a nice development to have these sort of maybe they might have more of a frosted glass there right now, but certainly very nice balconies in terms of like having light come in, and it is southeast facing. So you would get some light. I don't know what the situation is on the other side of the road yet. Anyway, we'll proceed here to the next listing. Again, the price on that one though was Nissan Yonhyaku Nanajima. So we're going to guess that's around 160, 100. I don't know what's going to. Recently, the U.S. dollar has been weakening, so I don't know. I don't have any commentary on that because the currency markets is way above my pay grade. Anyhow, this is a second apartment that I found here that I found around the same price, Nissan Nihyakuhachijuman, and this is in Roppongi. It's currently rented, but the revenue on this unit is probably about, I'm guessing, about 13 mon a month, or 130,000 yen a month, and it has a rimawari, or a yield of, see, that's mawari. See, like mawari, like it's coming back, it's circling. That's the kanji mawari, which means that the same as for kaiten sushi. It means like moving in that. So the yield is roughly 7%. We can guess, we can glean from this that there's no like internal pictures of the building, that the state of the apartment might be just terrible. But yeah, it's a concrete building. You can always strip everything down to the concrete, and or get a company to come in, and you're gonna to redo it all. It's going to cost 30 or 40 thousand dollars probably. But this is in Roppongi right there, and that's the building right there. But currently rented at 7%. We'll come down here to look at the listing details. You see right there, 9 minutes from Roppongi Station, 9 minutes from Hiro Station, and another 10 minutes from Nogizaka Station. So far, this is a really powerful location. Very, very good. Okay. The size of the unit here says that it's 53 meters. That's amazing right there. Oh my God, Tokyo Real Estate Man. Here, look at that. I didn't see that when I looked in the pre-video, but when I looked at it in more detail, which can be a real lesson, this is on rented land. So now we know this is, as soon as I saw this, I knew something was wrong. That's 53 meters. So I looked at this right there. I was trying to, when I was trying to locate something for the customer, and I thought that I'd taken leased land out of the search, but somehow it came into the search. Sometimes it'll happen. It's just a radical sort of thing will come into the search. I had done a search for show you again only, which is ownership only, but this came into it. So, but it can be a learning thing, and you can see like 53 meters and the yield. However, this is on rented land, and you can see this one here, Chidai. This is the Chidai right there, and every month it's right there, 3,200 yen right there. So it's on rented land right there. So yeah, so this is really a no-go. It's unfortunate. I thought this was when I saw the 53 meters, I got a little excited, but I knew in my head there's something wrong. South facing, but again, a no-go. You can the elevator in the building. What else can we see with it here? See, on rented land right there. It's on rented land and built in 1966. So these people who built this building, very smart for them to keep it, I guess, and that's their outlook. We can look at it briefly. Look here at the location. You can see this is the exact location. This is where redevelopment happens. This is why they didn't ever want to sell it, is because this location is basically perfect. It's perfect. That's exactly why they didn't sell it in 1966 and they kept it. I'll just drop you right here. So there's a lot of stuff that we can glean from this here as well, and that yeah, right there. That's why they never sold it, because this land is too valuable on the corner here like this, and this is where redevelopment will happen. And in the future, 100% within the next 20 or 30 years, in this area here, there will be a tower here. So you can see what they're thinking already all the way back. What is that? That's even older than me. It's really rare that it's older than me. But 50, so like this was built 55 years ago, but in the planning stages for this building 60 years ago in 1960, or the early 1960s when they started to talk about it, you can see that their strategy was already, but there's a little view of the, this of course is the highway, this is the Kokudo, and this is the overpass. This is right near Azabu, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Minami Azabu. And yeah, there's no way that these people that in 1962, when they built this building, made a really good move for their future family right there. I believe that's the Almond Cafe right there, and that'll go up the hill right there, and that's going towards Shibuya that way. So yeah, this is perhaps a bad example in for my customer, brother Jay. However, it is a good lesson to see here what the people were thinking, and their thinking was really spot on. Is that this is where a big development happens, right here on the corners like this, and that's why they never ever sold it. Yeah, the last sample in the marketplace, which I know is ownership, is just in Shinjuku, and this was the one that was on the first floor. I should cut back to the actual beginning pictures of the listing. There's the Madore, or the layout picture right there. You see the balcony right there. I guess it's going to be a 1 LDK. It's priced at 2,180 man. Can see, again, older building, likely guessing late 60s, late 60s perhaps, same vintage. That's the stuff that's going, the bargain stuff that's going right now. is in these older buildings right now. Just is what's for sale. But it's a nice. This is nice, and I do own one unit I do have in Shibuya is on the first floor, and I really like it. And the reason I really like it is it has its own private entrance. This might not be the case in this building, but in the one that I own in Shibuya, there it has its own private entrance, and it operates really like a house. All the other entrances are in a separate place, and so I really love that listing. That's mine. This one is a little different one. I imagine that there's a communal. See, there is a communal entrance here in the building right there, but it might be auto lock or not. It probably isn't. That looks to be uh, previous or prior to auto lock. Auto lock is the locking system. I'm using the Japanese English word there. You can see they're keeping the bicycles inside, and probably every bicycle will have a sticker on there because you couldn't just stick your bicycle there unless you had permission. And you can see what is there, 18 units or one, two, three, four, five. There's 15 units in the building. And I guess that's the door. You can see the realtor box there. Every time I have a house showing, I'll make sure I show up an hour early. Not because because I'm always trying to figure out because there's about 40 different kinds of lock boxes in Japan, and every time I have a showing, I'm more scared that I can't open the apartment because of the lock box. Ha ha ha. Okay. Not only am I technically weak on, no, I'm not. I'm probably strong. I'm probably stronger in these sort of systems than I am with this sort of sharing my tab, technology systems. Anyhow, you can see that the whole partner has been updated. It's very nice. And I think it's still a pretty good price. Like looking at it right now in terms of its valuation and location to Shinjuku, it's very nice. With the we looked at some units in Yokohama yesterday, and they're just more generous in terms of their space, and they're vertically well more placed in the buildings at a similar price than this one here in Shinjuku. But certainly the location Shinjuku is really good, really well placed. Maybe the light in this unit is not such a good one, unfortunately. You can see here though is the first floor balcony full of a bunch of shit there on the floor. I'm not sure if that leads to the outside there. Oh, and someone could come in easily. But I don't know. I mean, that's not a really scary thing to me though. Like that someone could break in. If someone wants to break in, they're gonna break in. So of course, I guess a first floor unit is a little bit easier to break in. And you can see the light is already a little poor. You can see the light quality here is poor just because it's captured between other buildings. And I think this unit's placement in the building is like right directly next to the unit next door, as you can see here from the balcony pictures. Right there, if we go back to, I'm getting it. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the sort of concrete cinder blocks, and next to this is another building, and that's the corridor between the buildings. Totally guessing, speculation by the Tokyo real estate man. Anyway, those kind of pictures sort of explain themselves of the listing. It's not the best list. That's not. It looks nice. The building right there, though. I like it, and it's on a little bit of an escarpment. But totally, I'm gonna guess you're gonna get it from the Tokyo real estate man. This building was built in 1971. Okay, but however, I could be wrong. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's go down there. Okay. What do we have? Nissan Hyakuhachijimana. What do we have? Near Yoyogi Uehara Station. Very good location right there. Very, very, very good location right there. Address is, it's actually in Shijuku. It's in Shibuya. This is Tokyo to Shibuya-ku Hatsudai. So it's technically, the systems of the location really work better for Shinjuku in terms of, it's going to be on the KO line, I think. However, the no, it says the Odaku line. It's on the Odaku. Well, here's KO line right there. Hasudai Eki 9 minutes. So in some ways, this really operate well because Odakyu's first station is Shinjuku, and the KO Sen or the KO line's first station is Shinjuku. So it really worked really well or better with Shinjuku. And the name is is that Maison Hatsudai? Yes. All systems, of course, here are working with it. I'm trying to keep this. I'm trying to cut it down. Oh, I'm even wrong. This building is actually this building is 1962. Okay, 38 meters. That's not bad. 5.7 meter balcony. Ownership. There's the key. Ownership right there. Uh, Chushajo is it says there's parking in the or there is no. It says open and it says open and not nothing. So I don't think it's been indicated. And there is a space for just a shooting, Joe. So there is space for your bicycle. So you can, and this again, see in a smaller building like this is Jishu Connery, which is a self-managed building right there. And that's about it for the listing. And it's currently vacant, so you can take possession of it anytime. Come back here. The location is very good, as you can see. Right, I'll back up first so you can see its placement along this corridor right here, and this is going to be Shinjuku here to the top. So here's Shinjuku Station right there. Shibuya Station would be down here, okay? And technically it's in Shibuya Ward, but really in a way, I would say that this location and the Keio line, you're looking at really a Shinjuku, but it's very, really convenient. It's like really convenient place. This is a nice neighborhood right there. And this, of course, is the Meiji Jingu right there and Yoyogi Park here. So it's really well placed. Oh, we got the Google Maps golden guide. Finally, that word. Can the Tokyo real estate man find this house? No, he's not going to be able to get it. The road, it's, I can't get in there. I'm sorry, everyone. The Tokyo real estate man fails again. Oh, this says it's the apartment, but is that it there? The floating house? That's not it, though. It's back there, and I'm not going to be able to get it. But this is the character of the neighborhood. You can see it right here. That is the character of the neighborhood, and again, full of. But you see what you see here. You see though, a lot of sort of like this is a building done in the early 2000s, likely. So a possibility that the redevelopment can come. And here again is a building done in the. I don't by mistake I hit it, but this was probably done in the early 2000s. This no tile concrete thing had about a 5 year phase. I think it's really failing though because they have gotten really beaten down these sort of non-tiled. This sort of tile design across the street right there. It's just been more successful of a design. Anyway, I guess we could pop up because they do have what's known as a technically challenged Tokyo real estate man. They do have this satellite map thing that we could sort of use to pop in so you could see. Oh, you see, I didn't know that. We have a new technique coming here to the channel. We have a new technique coming here to the channel. We can see. You can see as well, like the neighborhood is full of these sort of low rises and stuff like that. And there's a little park back there. Isn't that nice? Yeah, just a little park right there. Interesting. Uh, this obviously building probably done in the last 15 years, going to be full of expensive stuff. So definitely the one that's really good about this one right here, this one is that like the location is in Shibuya Ward itself, really convenient for Shinjuku, and a really popular urban neighborhood. Shibuya's population going up, of course. Okay, cool. This has been an interesting video, of course. However, so we had three selections right there. The second one was a no-go, but I think it was a really good lesson in learning about the thinking of really powerful families. This group in Roppongi, uh, they knew that they should never release this great location on a corner, and that's why it's on leased land. This one in Ueno was a good selection. I don't know which one you think better, but what's happening right now as we come back here to the Ueno video, we'll come back here to the Ueno video, and we'll enjoy it. Uh, is that the Tokyo market right now in terms of this is kind of getting into the lowest sort of price band that you want. There's cheaper stuff if you have for smaller units and stuff like that, but then you're limiting yourself though because the future if you do want to sell your here here's your dream. That's the kanji for a dream, by the way, yume. And then you're limiting yourself with liquidability or liquidity or U-turnable options in the future because you want to make sure that your unit is over 30 meters because banks will not loan on units that are smaller than 30 meters. So that's just something to consider. I was hoping you could get near some food. I like to I like to get near the food right now if we advance. Oh, there we go. That's what we want to see, the fresh seafood. There we go, right there. And what do you got? There's some crab right there. Connie. And then I think there's gonna be some maguro right there. Cool, that's right. You see the ueno. Oh, this is great. This is how we want to end the this unagi right there. Oh, ameyoko. And that's ikura. I think ikura right there. Yeah, this is a great way to end it right there on this. This is the best stuff about ameoko. It's going to be like the seafood and the fresh fruit. That of course is like the seaweed there, the wakame right there. You want some? Oh man, this is the best way to end the video, not on the junk, but on the real great. And again, this is what you get when you move to Tokyo. You don't see this in Vancouver. There's nothing at all like this. There's a Chinese sort of grocery store near here named TNT. No way, it's nowhere near it, and it's reasonable. So it's just wonderful. Tokyo is the greatest city ever made. However, the real estate is just in demand. Japanese people are the greatest force in there, and they're buying. I mean, foreign people like me and we're just this very small part of the market. But as we saw those two people right there, maybe they aren't there, but there was someone, for example, in their 20s and 30s who have been to Tokyo, who have fallen in love with it. You see any homeless people on the street here? Do you see? And no one's going to steal any of this stuff, okay? No one's going to steal it, okay? And people know the secret of Tokyo has been sort of slipping out, and now it's just in demand, and I don't think that demand's going to go down. Anyhow, that's just an editorial here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. I'm just lucky to have been in there early. Itsumo watching a video here, Real Estate Man. If you're ever interested in some real estate from Japan, you can always come here to my Instagram and contact me here and DM me there. Failing that, I also have a website, the Tokyo Real Estate Man, and it's at tokyorealestateman.website. This contact box, I'm not convinced it's working. So at the top of the page, I got the old school, low tech email. Okay, thank you for watching this video. It's always fun for me to make. I really enjoy it. All the clients that are uh, very kind enough to reach out to me. I really, really appreciate it. And we're gonna work hard to use our brains to find you, make you the right move for what you need. Anyway, とにかくいつもこの動画見てるありがとうございます。この動画でここでもう終わりです。ありがとうございます。失礼します。